Oh, just a bug.
All right. How are we looking, guys? Are we ready? First off, hi, actually, everyone. It's been a few moons
2
It's the same moon, Tim.
since we all talked.
since the dawn of the moon, Tim.
Are we sure about that?
It's just one moon.
Are we sure?
It's a great
It
question.
just plays peekaboo.
Were you there?
Justin is
No.
a moon landing denier.
Yes.
Oh, never. I
Chris-
hate moon landing denial so much. I'm like, I
Wait,
got
what?
so mad at one of my coworkers the other day, and he was like talking shit about the moon landing or something. And I was like, just because you don't understand how something works, it doesn't mean that it's a conspiracy.
Yes.
This is the Always More podcast.
Hello, it is February 5th, and welcome to Season 5 of the Always More podcast, where we believe there's always more room at the table for honest questions, meaningful conversations, and deeper understanding. Today on the pod, we are going back a decade to discuss where we were, what we were into, and how far we've come. Also, we're talking about Greek gods, epic musicals, creepy nighttime activities, actors playing us, and so much more. But first, I am your host, your Virgo planning and university extraordinaire, Tim, and sitting next to me is my best friend in the whole entire world and zombie apocalypse survival expert, Chris.
Hey.
Also joining us is our yeehaw girl in the Kansas world, Harley.
Hello.
Then we have the guy who puts a sin in Wisconsin and long haul trucker, Justin.
Yeah.
And the woman the alternative was based upon, Janelle.
Hi.
Here we are, guys. Season 5. It is a brand new year, a brand new season. Chris, we've been doing this for 5 years.
I feel like we've been doing this a lot longer.
What do you mean?
It feels like it's been a lot longer than 5 years.
It surprises me that we've been doing this for 5 years, to be quite honest.
I don't have a long-term consistency type vibe about me. So yeah, doing this for 5 years, like, solid.
It is solid.
I hope this is something we do for the rest of our lives.
I mean, it's fun. I compare this to our friendships that we had in high school, how, like, over the years, we just kind of, like, grew each members and everything. And, like, for us, for this podcast, we've grown, like, not just, like, the pod itself, but also friends and people along the way. And so I like to say, without further ado, because this is, like, obviously one of the things that we kind of announced on social media, but in case you weren't paying attention on social media, Janelle is now one of our official co-hosts and the Always More pod rotating host of people. So welcome, Janelle. Woo!
Woo-wee. I actually enjoy doing this stuff with my wife. It's pretty great.
Why'd you say actually?
Yeah, I was about to say, like, oh, wait, I did not.
Don't try to turn this against me
You
because
said
there's a
actually.
stereotype that men don't like doing these things with their wives. And I do.
You should have prefaced with that.
It's a stupid one.
Yeah, like one of my favorite interview moments that's happened recently.
Javier
is-
Bardem.
Yeah. There was a interviewer that was asking Javier Bardem, like, he said, you know, you're working with your wife. How does it feel to be one of the only people in Hollywood that likes working with your wife? And he was like, what a stupid question.
Oh, yeah, I do remember that, yeah.
That's how I feel about it.
Well, guys, we took kind of a month-long break, sort of. There was a small little after-hours thing that we did with a friend of ours, Heather Chandler, and her discussion about Nosferatu. But other than that, we haven't been in an official episode for a month. So how has everyone been?
Yep.
What?
Just yep.
Yep.
Getting by.
We're here.
Yeah.
This has been like, so we ended. I had a nice, good week, you know, with Christmas and everything. And then it went to hell, and it's been nonstop chaos ever since. I finally got stuff hung up on my walls like 2 days ago
Nice.
in my apartment that I've lived in for like 2 months now. But yeah, you know, it's been crazy. In not great ways, but you know what? The upside is all the stress that I've been dealing with means that I don't have crippling existential dread
There you go.
about everything else, because I'm like, yeah,
You gotta
whatever
focus
else.
on your own shit. Can't
Honestly,
focus
There's
on
a silver
everything else.
lining.
Honestly, hanging stuff up on the wall does help with the existential dread a lot. I
Yeah,
feel that.
yeah.
I did
And
that
I got
today.
a smart thermostat, further, letting the government track my location,
Very
which
cool.
is,
Hey,
Hey.
what kind of smart thermostat?
I got a Nest.
Yeah, you
Gen
did.
4. It's nice.
Oh.
I yell at Google it, turn the heat up and down. It's great.
I feel like Nest is probably the second best smart thermostat out there, but in order to have the best one, you have to have Vivint.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
This
give us your
is not
sales
brought
pitch.
to you by Vivint, by the way.
Vivint, would you like to sponsor us?
Please.
I need to
Trust
hang
me,
out.
they would not.
Todd might.
Todd might. I should send this to Todd.
Should.
All right, guys. Well, hey, let's move this thing along. Let's talk about what we're doing for season 5. To be honest, guys, we had some conversations in between, in the break, in the intermission that was our 2 seasons. Not too much is going to change. We do obviously want to bring in some new guests and some people along the lines. We've been adding some people to our wish list of people that we want to have on the show, some people that have already been on the show that we want to bring back. And then also, we are going to, of course, be rotating some topics. Janelle and I think Harley are going to be spearheading some new ideas about what kind of conversations we can have, maybe more focused episodes, and maybe kind of like eliminate some of the segments. But there is more on that. We're still trying to plan those things out. And then also, one of the things to appease Chris is to have totally random, no. Look, Chris, I think this last After Hours thing was like a dream come true for you.
It was.
There was
It
like
truly
0
was.
notes.
Yeah.
Until she was like, oh, I thought you guys were like doing this. Like, oh, I guess we're doing this. So like had to write quick notes.
Listen, Heather has a way of making things happen the way that you want them to.
Yeah.
So like when I was saying we should do these no notes episodes, it could be a blast. Tim was like, no, we're not doing that. That's dumb. It's an awful idea. And then Heather showed up and was like, we should do a podcast. And Tim was like, yeah, that sounds great. And then she was like, I don't have notes. And Tim was like, that's fine. It's okay. Everything's going to be fine. But like I could see him scratching his chest like he was having a panic attack a little bit.
But I thought it was really
But
good.
it turned out
It
really
was
well.
really great.
Yeah.
It turned out great.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
So I feel like that kind of showed Tim like it can happen.
It opened the doors a little bit. We will, on occasion, whenever we're not doing like normal episodes, we're going to create these after hours episodes where we just talk about random things without notes. And so we're not planning them by any means. It's really literally just going to be whenever we decide. Like it'd probably be lower quality. We'll probably like record on our phones or something like that.
You
Like
guys want to hang out?
like literally, like yeah, just like hey, y'all want to chat and like we just record it. And so yeah, some new things that we're trying, but we're obviously not trying to like be crazy, sophisticated. We're just chill. We're just here. We like to share love and joy and peace. And
Listen, we would love to do this for money. But also, we do this for no money. So you guys are, like, as listeners, you're going to get what you get.
you're
All
gonna
right?
get what you get.
Get what you get and you don't throw a fit. You want something in particular, pay us.
Unless you're Shane, you get whatever
Yeah.
you want, Shane. You could please.
Shane pays,
Yeah.
Listen, Shane pays us enough, all right? Not monetarily, but, like, in love.
Yeah,
And it's enough.
Whatever you want.
Whatever you want, Shane. You just let us know.
In fact, we'll pay you.
All right, guys. Well, hey, speaking of, let's move this show along. Let's get into our segments because we got a fun episode for y'all. A lot of great things to talk about. So first off, we're just getting back to it. Our good old-fashioned Wreck and Rev. This is the part of the show where we like to recommend and review some items for you to feast on. Chris, you are up first, good sir.
Oh, am I? Well, let me explain something to you before I give you my Wreck and Rev. When I was but a child,
Oh, no.
yea, but a babe, my father handed me a copy of what is now my favorite book of all time, the greatest story ever told. Arguably one of the most well-known and repeated epics ever written. Homer's The Odyssey. It's my favorite book. I've loved it since I was a child. My dad read it to me as a kid, and then in third grade, mind you, I read it for the first time myself. All the way through. It was a big book for Elmo, let me tell you that much. And if you're not familiar, it's an ancient Greek story told by a blind poet named Homer, who wrote about the trip that Odysseus took after the Battle of Troy. So if you're familiar with Greek mythology and the history of the world, you know the story of the Trojan horse. That was Odysseus' plan. he's the one that made that idea. And it became a huge success. They conquered Troy, and then after the war, everybody went home their own separate ways. Odysseus, however, had angered some gods. I don't know why they were angry initially, but they were just mad, and then he did something to like set them over the edge.
Aren't they always mad?
You could guess. I mean,
True.
they're pretty predictable.
Yeah, well,
Something with sex. Someone sleeping with someone
no,
else.
honestly, no. Odysseus actually did literally everything right, and that was his saving grace. So he made friends with Athena at one point, and she was like kind of arguing in the court of gods for him. Regardless, so Odysseus's trip home is full of like different things that go wrong and take him years. It took him 20 years to get back to his home after the end of the war. He had 600 men with him when he went to Troy. He had 600 men at the end of the war. He made everybody survive. And by the time he got home, he was the only survivor. Everybody died. Sucks. But my N Rev is the musical version of the Odyssey. It's called Epic the Musical, and it was written by, I should have written this down, Jorge.
That's why we take notes.
Yes, it is why we take notes. Look at that. You're right. We should have done that.
I know. It literally, like, the only thing that he's been recommending to me for, like, 3 weeks. Every time I come over, like, it's on in the background, and he's singing it aloud.
He calls me Janelle now.
Janelle.
And how do you feel about that?
I really love the Odyssey too, so I'm good with it.
Jorge Rivera Herans. That's his name. It was the last name I didn't remember. Yeah, so he's a pretty young dude. He seems to be like college age. I'm not actually sure what age he is, but he wrote this whole thing with, I think, one other co-writer whose name I do not recall, but it was more like him entirely, and then he sent stuff to that writer to help him edit it. And it is such a good musical, dude. Like, I know you're not into musicals. I know you're not. But the musicality of it versus the history of the Odyssey versus the creativity that went into it, the vocals, he got vocalists from TikTok. Like, he started the whole movement of Epic the Musical on TikTok, and people started following, and it started growing a bigger and bigger following. And then one day he was like, all right, I need vocalists. And he just said open casting. And a bunch of people like sent in voices. He picked what I think are the best voices, honestly. And it's such an amazing piece of music, such an amazing story to be told, and he found a great medium to do it. So, Epic the Musical. It's on Spotify. The whole thing has been released now. He's writing a stage version and an animated version. And I'm really excited for both.
Cool, man.
He's 26, by the way.
26.
Wow.
26 years old.
He's born in Puerto Rico.
And what's great is that with all of the new stuff coming out, it's all Lin-Manuel Miranda. Like,
Yeah.
you got Hamilton, you got Mary Poppins 2, you got Moana. Like, it's all Lin-Manuel Miranda. He does such a good job of not following that same piece of American modern media that Lin-Manuel Miranda does. And it still is really, really fucking good.
He's dating the voice of Cersei.
Of course he is. I would have preferred the voice of Calypso.
Yeah, me too.
But, you know, whatever.
People don't date voices.
Anyways.
Sometimes we do. I kind of did.
That's true. There's a whole movie about it and her.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Very cool, man.
So check it out.
All right.
Epic the Musical.
I'll put it on my way home tonight.
You fucking better.
That is aggressive.
Listen, they've been arguing about this for
Okay, to be fair, I will grant you, you watched Shrinking, and so I will put it on tonight. I promise you.
You owe me.
I owe you. I will put it on. I will give
Harley, you would have gotten a video, except I started one and it went on for like 13 minutes, and so I deleted it.
Understandable.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it anymore. I left.
Do you send Harley videos of us arguing
Yeah.
behind our backs?
No, I send her videos of my face reacting to y'all's arguments.
Valid.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's
I like
pretty
it.
insightful.
Is it? Is it insightful?
That's why Harley shuts us down so quickly. She already
She
knows.
knows.
She's like, I've listened to this before.
You're wrong. All right, guys. Well, hey, let's move along. Justin, you're up next.
All right. So for my N Rev, I have sleep. Let me tell you,
I
have not
can't
gotten
follow.
a lot of it in these last few weeks, and I miss it. I miss it a lot.
You're like, I thought it was like an
No,
album or
he's
something.
being
Nah, man.
serious. He
Nah,
recommends
man,
sleeping.
I'm being absolutely serious. Like 8 hours of sleep. That happened to me once in 2024.
Jesus.
I lost
Not yet in
something once.
I
2025.
feel you.
But yeah, it's
There's a
great.
SpongeBob
It's
quote for
something
everything.
that I highly recommend. Because when you're not getting it,
I do know.
life just ain't as good.
All right.
Also, I mean, I guess if you want me to recommend something, media related,
I mean, you don't have to, but whatever you want.
Sleep is media related.
It's
sleep
lack
is
of media.
all I got right now, because I also have not been watching TV or movies because sleep, busy. Solo Leveling season 2
Hell yeah,
is
brother.
out, and it's pretty great. That's
Hell
all I
yeah.
got right now.
It's so good. Like, it's so good. I got into the manga.
I don't know what those
I have
words
not, because I don't want to spoil it for me. I'm gonna wait out the 4 years or 5 years, however long it takes to finish
Chris
the
loves
story.
spoilers.
Bro, this is it.
It's
Listen,
stupid.
the story itself is going to take at least 10, and then there's a second series based on it.
Yeah, but that second one is we're not worried
Ragnarok.
about that. But I think they were planning on 5 seasons, so we'll see.
So 10 years, because it's 2 years per season nowadays.
We're not even a year deep into Solo.
Because it takes a year for the season, like a year in between seasons, and then they do that half season finale bullshit.
Yeah, sometimes, but we're already a year deep, and we're in season 2, so I'm optimistic.
Not anymore. I've been hurt too many times.
Yeah, looking at you, Fire Force. I didn't remember what happened in that show.
Fire Force, sir, I'm talking about Hunter x Hunter. I'm still waiting on that next arc.
So, for those of you who are unaware, Hunter x Hunter had its last arc ended a lot of years ago, and everybody's still waiting for it.
They keep promising it and then taking it away from us.
Like they even posted like some art things, and then nothing. So anyone who's fallen in love with that show knows the pain, and I feel for you. But I'm not one of those people, so
I feel like it's become a staple in this podcast to have a 10-minute anime trail. It never fails with you two. It never fails.
Yeah, this is nothing.
You know how you avoid that? Start watching anime.
No, that would add to it. No, we're not going.
You could shut it down though.
What do you think I'm doing right now? Harley, you're up next.
You know how there's a saying?
I would like to point out.
You are interrupting Harley?
I would like to point out the only reason we're not going to keep arguing about anime over this is because Harley is next.
Why do you think I have her next?
He did that on purpose.
Good for you.
Thank you.
You know how there's the saying, dance like no one's watching?
Yes.
Chris is yap like no one's watching. Just go. There is no one else in the world because they have to hear me.
Aww.
Hear me roar. Is Chris.
So his family calls him Simba.
He's just a little guy. He just can't help it.
I love you.
We do love Chris.
And you're a beautiful yapper. You usually have a lot of great things to say. But Harley, you're next.
Okay, so my first one is The 6888.
I've heard about this.
It's on Netflix. and it's about during World War II. It's based on true events. There's a whole battalion of black women in the Women's Army Corps who are tasked with a mission to um, basically organize and send 17 million pieces of mail to the soldiers, and then the soldiers' mail to their families, and like vice versa kind of situation. They are tasked with doing this in only 6 months.
Ooh.
Because obviously white men suck,
Well, yeah.
and they're like,
Period.
we will obviously underestimate you because we are terrible human beings. So, it's basically about their journey through that kind of situation. And obviously they're successful because period, they're black women. They can basically do everything.
Oh yeah.
And this is kind of a spoiler, but kind of not, because it's history. So I'm just going to tell you anyways. So they had the 6 months. They did it in 3 months.
Wow.
And I was like, hell yeah. While obviously facing adversity because they were trying to work against them. They are also in Europe when this is happening. So actively there's war going on around them. And like higher up generals are trying to be like, you can't do it, blah blah blah, you guys are stupid, and like all of this crazy stuff. But I'm like, my entire thought throughout watching it is like, they are finally, like, this battalion is tasked with this because this one like family went and complained to Eleanor Roosevelt, and they were like, we're not getting any mail, like that kind of situation. So they made it a priority. And I can't remember her name, but there was a woman who was like, if like basically if these women can't do it, then nobody can kind of situation. So she was like, they got it, just let them do it.
Yeah.
But like in other instances, they had let, the white women's Army Corps had tried doing it and failed. The basically the, I guess, postal people for the army, so white men, they were doing it at first. They failed. And so they were like these huge like airplane hangars filled with like all of this mail is how it got to that point, because nobody else could do it but these badass women. And I was like, hell yeah. And I found out that one of the army bases in, what is it called? Basically, it was renamed for the woman, Lieutenant Colonel Chastity Adams. It was renamed for her because she was such a badass.
That's awesome.
It's hyphenated with another black general who did like some things also during World War II, but like her name is also on it, and I'm like, hell yeah.
Nice.
So it was really good. It got me. It got me a couple times. It was very emotional, but it was so powerful and moving, and I was like, 12 out of 10. Kerry Washington is like, she's the woman who plays Chastity Adams, and she's just really great and just phenomenal actress. And there's a few other people who are in it that are just, it was beautiful. I thought it was really good. So that's on Netflix. And then another thing that is also on Netflix is Kunk on Earth.
Kunk?
Yeah. So there is this character played by...
How do you spell that?
That sounds explicit and...
What are we about to dive into here?
See you next Tuesday, but with a T. I mean, with a K instead of a T.
Okay.
So there's this comedian. Her name is Diane Morgan, I'm pretty sure. She's playing a character named Philomena Kunk. And the whole point of this show, there's Kunk on Earth and then Kunk on Life just came out. But basically, it's like comedic documentary series. She's the one who is the sound where it's like, and this is where, and she's like British, she's like, and this is like the beginnings of civilization.
Oh yeah,
Except for it's not, because that's in Iraq, and it's because it's fucking
Oh, yeah,
dangerous
yeah.
or something. So it's that. That's where that sound is from, and it's hilarious. 12 out of 10. She says the most insane things to these actual like museum curators and like doctors and like, oh, amazing. Like, I think in the new season, maybe, oh fuck, what did she say? She says something about I think Alexander the Great, and she was like, well, he died at like 30, so he wasn't all that great, was he? And the person's just like, you
I
could
love her.
say that. But yeah, 12 out of 10 if you just want something stupid but also slightly educational.
Yeah, I've seen her all over TikTok. I didn't realize who that was and what show it was. I should have looked it up, but yeah, I'm definitely going to do that. It's on Netflix?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll
it's
check it
really
out.
funny.
Cool. All right, our Lord and Savior Harley, is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, that is it. Stop
right.
calling me that.
Okay.
All
Our
right.
Lord
Am I
and
allowed
Savior,
to speak
Harley
now?
the Bean.
Yes. Stop it.
All right, well, then moving along, my recommendation for this week is a new show that I started binging last week, and I've already finished the first season, and I'm excited to start the second one, which just started airing a couple weeks ago, called Severance. It's
Yes!
an American science fiction psychological thriller television series created by Dan Erickson and executive produced and primarily directed by Ben Stiller. It stars Adam Scott, Zach Cherry, Britt Lauer, Trammell, Tillman, Jen Tuluk, Dyken Lockman, Michael Chernus, John Turturro, Christopher Walken, and Patricia Arquette. The plot follows Mark Scott, Adam Scott, an employee of the fictional corporation Lumen Industries, who agrees to a severance program in which his non-work memories are separated from his work memories. And guys, I have not been like so just totally engulfed by a show in so long. It's hard for me to really find something that I'm just super into. The one before this was Shrinking, and the one before that was Ted Lasso. And so, like, this has truly been, like, I enjoy other shows and I enjoy watching other things, but the story is just fantastic. The writing is incredible. Ben Stiller is a fantastic director as well. And it really leaves great thoughts about how we view ourselves and how we view our consciousness and how we honestly need to view our lives in different perspectives. It just does a fantastic job about a lot of like nihilism and autonomy, and it's just a fantastic show. I highly recommend if you guys are needing something to just really have your mind engrossed with, because it fills it up and you just can't stop. I just finished the season 1 finale and I'm itching to go back to season 2 now.
So I was listening to you watching this show the other day,
Yeah.
and like all I heard was, "What?
It's so
No.
Oh, are you into it?
good. Yeah, Hunter and I have
That's
watched
why
that.
she got fired?
We've watched Shrinking. We've watched
You've
Well-
watched Shrinking too?
Listen,
yes.
I'm watching
Hunter
Shrinking now.
Hunter loves Apple TV.
Yes.
Apple TV shows are really
They're
good.
right
They're
now.
good.
It's like
Have you watched Silo?
no, but
No.
it's next on my list.
Yeah, Silo's actually next on mine.
Yeah.
I'm
Another
watching
great one
Shrinking right
is
now.
You're watching Shrinking, you
Yeah,
said?
I'm watching Shrinking right now.
Yeah, he's in season 1 right now.
So good. So silly but so
Yeah.
what's the one about Mars?
For
For All Mankind.
Mankind.
That's
Watch
after
that.
Silo.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Have
I
you
was
guys
That's
seen C?
Gonna
So
say
good.
Mars Attacks, but you know.
Oh.
Also good.
No.
Nice.
No. It's called For All Mankind.
Have you guys seen
Hunter
C
be
yet?
putting me on.
Huh?
Huh?
C?
Yeah, C is good too.
We
I have
watched
not
that
watched
years
that.
ago. I think actually when it first came out, which
That's
is
one of the first Apple TV
odd.
shows.
Yeah.
odd
And
for us.
it was really, really good.
We also watched the
Dickinson.
yes, we watched that
Mm.
too.
Yeah, Apple TV is just, man, they got some good stuff out there. But yeah, Severance and
Slept
Shrink.
on
I should
for
have said
sure.
Shrinking, honestly, because both of them are just freaking fantastic.
Well, I'm glad you didn't, because I was gonna make shrinking my next one.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll save that for next episode then. But yeah, seriously, I mean, if you need something, if you need to have your mind blown, Severance. If you need to have your heart warmed up, Shrinking.
I definitely need to have my heart warmed up.
Yeah, it is just so good. All right, Janelle, you're up last year. What you got?
Okay, so my N Rev is self-care. And it's in the form of a book I found, that was recommended to me by my friend that was on the last pod, Heather. It's called Wintering by Catherine May, and it's the power of rest and retreat in difficult times. So I'll just read the synopsis here. So it's an intimate, I can't say this word, Rev. Can you say that word? That's too many R's and L's and I's for me.
Revelatory.
Book exploring the ways we can care for and repair ourselves when life knocks us down. So it says sometimes you slip through the cracks, unforeseen circumstances like an abrupt illness, the death of a loved one, a breakup, or a job loss can derail a life. These periods of dislocation can be lonely and unexpected. For May, her husband fell ill, her son stopped attending school, and her own medical issues led her to leave a demanding job. Wintering explores how she not only endured this painful time, but embraced the singular opportunities it offered.
Wow.
I support.
I agree.
I freaking love books.
And I had,
Yeah, you do.
it comes with a journal.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
And I like it because initially I thought that I had almost missed my opportunity because I didn't start it in December when she gave it to me. But it's not necessarily about the season. It's about any time. So for me, I used to get seasonal affective disorder, like seasonal depression, whatever, in the winter when we didn't have as much sun. But as I get older, it happens in July and into August when it's so hot, you can't go outside, you can't do anything. You're just inside all the time with the AC blowing. If you're lucky and it works, right?
Yeah.
Listen, this year we got a brand new AC unit.
Yes.
So it better work.
I was going to
Oh,
say,
it's gonna be great.
I
It's gonna be
remember
great.
last summer.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
It's going to be great this year, though.
Come visit us
It
again.
actually wasn't terrible.
And the
'cause it
house
was
is
still,
way
like,
cuter
May.
now, so way cuter now.
Super cute. It's so fetch.
And by the time you visit, we'll probably have a mattress that you can actually sleep on.
We had a mattress. They didn't want to use it.
Anyways,
They brought the
okay. And I had a quote that I wanted to share because right now we're all seeing shit that is horrifying. Not just on a daily basis, but minute by minute, we're getting horrifying updates.
It just keeps getting worse.
Literally.
And worse.
And it's really hard not to spiral.
I hate it here.
So for me, I'm reading this book and I'm taking some time to just not scroll, not look at the next breaking news from 2 minutes ago, and reading this book, or just taking a second to sit in the den and chill. And while I was scrolling, I saw this quote, and it says, "Caring for myself is not self-indulgence. It is self-preservation, and that is an act of political warfare." That's Audre Lorde. That's my N Rev. Take care of yourself. They want us to be in a state of, this is the apocalypse. Everything is done for, nothing is worth it. But we have to take care of ourselves.
Yeah.
Is it a nonfiction book?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I was going
Nonfiction.
to say, it kind of sounds like a story at the same time.
Yes. I think that's just the power of the writer. Heather recommended it, so it's always going to be good. So,
I don't think our listeners understand how much Heather influences this
that's
podcast.
very true.
Whether she's actually
But-
on it or not,
Yeah.
she's in the podcast.
But my forms of self-care have been just obvious, taking time for myself, but it's manifested in like the more girly shit that I have not been able to do. Like in my earlier years, like in my 20s, I couldn't really focus on my appearance too much because I was always cooking. But I've been getting my nails done or doing my makeup or whatever.
Treat yourself.
Yeah. Well, Nailani does them, but
Still
it's
treating
free,
yourself. Yeah.
but they look good.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
Very good. Yeah, we all need that.
Self-care.
Yeah. I go on
Get my
hikes.
nails done.
Yeah, you've been
Go
doing
do it.
hikes.
Mm-hmm.
I went on one
Playing-
of those hikes.
You
Yeah.
did go on one of those hikes with me.
Well, you've been playing more video games too,
I have.
just like having more fun. It doesn't. That's why I thought that it was
it can
important
look
to bring up.
different for every
Yeah,
person.
that's what I'm saying. I really like this book because it brings that up. It's not necessarily winter, and it's not necessarily just doing like a face mask or getting your nails done. It can be taking a hike. It could be playing a video game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to take time for yourself to do something that you like to do.
I've been playing more video games.
Yeah.
I picked up a physical book for the first time in like 3 years,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm physically reading,
Right.
rereading
Your
I should
favorite
say,
book.
The Odyssey, because it is my favorite book.
I'm replaying Assassin's Creed Origins, getting back into my love of ancient Egypt.
Oh yeah, dude.
So
Fun
good.
fact: if you want to get into games, that's probably a really good one
Yeah.
because it is historically, for the most part, accurate.
Fictional story, accurate
It's
setting.
Historical fiction is what it is.
Yes.
Yeah. So you might enjoy that.
Right.
I'll buy it if you
I've
want.
been playing a lot of Red Dead Online.
Yes.
It's
Sick.
pretty
Oh,
baller.
it's so good.
I've just been
I
playing
love
Marvel
my
Rivals.
horsey.
What'd you say, Justin?
What?
Which I've just been playing Rivals, Marvel Rivals.
Ooh.
Honestly, is it worth it?
Yes.
I've
I never
seen-
got into Overwatch. Like I tried it and it didn't like vibe with me, but like
I was just gonna say, like, I've seen things that compare it to Overwatch, and I was never a big Overwatch fan, but I do like Marvel.
it's Overwatch but better.
I'm in.
I'll check it out. If you get it, I'll come play it, and if I like it, I'll buy it.
Looks
Yo.
like we're all finding
it's
ways
free.
to.
It's free.
Mm-hmm.
It's free.
Oh well,
No
then, yeah,
buying
I'll check it out.
necessary.
I'll check it out.
We're all practicing self-care.
Which is good. It's important.
We need it.
Political
Listen,
warfare.
It's either that, or we fall into the dogma
But exactly.
that the country is forcing onto us.
Exactly. But that's what I just said. Self-care is self-preservation. It's an
I
act
don't
of
wanna
political
do that.
warfare.
Yeah.
And we're taking care of each other at the same time.
Yeah.
You can't pour from an empty cup.
If I can offer another Rec and Rev,
You have 1 minute.
soup,
What?
cans of soup for my family.
Soup? Okay.
Cans of soup for your family. I would recommend getting cans of soup.
Oh,
For-
you're like
for your
literal,
family.
like cans of soup.
Physical cans of soup
Okay.
for your family.
Okay, yeah.
And you can take them to rallies and
Oh.
protests and
I make all of our soup from scratch for
give
legal
them-
purposes.
Give them to your family. Give those cans of soup to your family. Or anyone else that you feel needs a can of soup.
I don't buy cans of soup for legal purposes.
For legal purposes, I believe we are ending this segment
For
here.
legal purposes.
Christopher. All right, guys.
stop.
That was. Hey, thank you all for sharing your recommendations and we're and reviews. I guess we reviewed it too. We're gonna move along. When we come back, we are going to dive into what life was like 10 years ago. So we'll be right back. All right, everyone. We are back.
Back we are.
Guys, it's 2025.
That's insane.
We are a quarter into the century.
That's crazy.
No.
'cause
No,
li-
that's
listen,
I'm a
Listen,
quarter of a
listen,
century years
real.
old.
listen,
I hate that you
stop.
said that.
I hate it.
You could have
Stop.
put it any other way.
Stop. What I was
And-
about to say is that
Our baby.
I am 33 numerically,
Yeah.
but when I think about myself, I'm early 20s at most.
Yeah. It's wild to think about how our kids could live into 2200.
When people say that was 10 years ago, I'm like,
Right.
yeah, the 90s.
Our kids can. We probably won't, but like our kids can.
You mean 100?
2100.
Or 2100. Sorry. Yeah, 2100.
Ellie's
Well,
gonna be
Yeah.
2100.
Tim,
Yeah.
not with that attitude.
No, that attitude.
I'm gonna outlive all
no,
of
no,
you.
no. I'm not insane. You know, I know I'm not gonna live forever. But with my income and the advancements in modern medical science, it's not crazy to think I can't live to be 200, 300, maybe 400 years old.
But 2015 was 10 years ago. And as we embark on our 5th season, and in the middle
2015
of
was 5 years ago, Tim. And 1995 was only 10 years ago.
And as we embark on our 5th season and in the middle of a decade, we thought it'd be fun to discuss what our lives were like 10 years ago, our favorite memories, and things that we enjoyed. So to get this conversation started, I thought I would bring some fun stories and facts about the year of 2015. Is everyone ready?
No.
Buckle up. Here we go, guys.
It's gonna hurt.
Hey,
This first
hey.
story.
I hate the passage of time.
I think Harley's having an existential crisis in
Actually,
this moment.
Yes.
Welcome to the club.
2015. Hold on. I think 2015 might be when we met Harley.
No, not me.
Probably.
I think that's when
When
Janelle and I met her.
we-
Oh,
met
y'all. Oh,
Harley.
y'all did. Yeah.
Because that's when I started going to like church
Oh,
and stuff.
friend anniversary.
That's definitely not when I met Harley.
One of the lines
No.
one of the lines from the musical that was my Wreck and Rev is 20 years. And it hurts every time he says that because I think 20 years was 2005.
That's our friend anniversary.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
is
when
wild.
I met Tim. Like I met Tim an Odyssey ago.
All right, first story, guys. Here's a fun one, and most of these are very short. But in 2015, there was a 4-year-old Philadelphia girl who snuck out of her house at 3 a.m. on March 27th and got on a transit bus in search of a snack. The incident grabbed headlines as surveillance videos released to the public showed preschooler Annabelle Ridgway sitting on the bus chanting, "All I want is a slushie." I don't know why I thought British. The young girl was later reunited with her
Was that
family,
British?
who were
Philadelphia.
She wanted a slushie. She's American.
who were unaware that she had awakened and unlocked the back door.
There is no other listen, there's no other country on the face of the planet where a preschooler wakes up, leaves her house, gets on a bus, and people are just like, "You got the money for it. We'll take you wherever you want to go."
I'll take your money, kid.
Uh,
Yeah. All right, fun fact. People's Magazine's sexiest man alive was David Beckham. You say yikes?
Listen, David Beckham,
I'm going to
For-
look up a photo.
for all intents and purposes,
You need to look at a
is-
2015 photo. It's
he
very
is an
different.
Yeah, that's
he's
what
an
I'm gonna look up.
objectively attractive
I know what
man.
David Beckham looks like. I was born in the 90s.
I'm just saying for her, she's looking it up. So I'm just saying.
He's-
there's a
No,
difference
I'm looking
between-
up David
Objectively
Beckham
attractive
2015
man.
specifically.
Now, if it's during his short hair era, yeah, it's gonna be pretty gnarly.
He married
Uh-uh.
one of the Spice Girls.
That's right.
I don't remember which one. It was either Posh or Ginger.
It's posh.
I can't remember which
Posh.
one.
I wasn't positive which
Her
one.
name is Victoria Beckham Posh Spice.
It is now. It wasn't Victoria Beckham right before he married
Posh
her.
Spice.
Yes, I know that. Now, I couldn't remember if it was Ginger or
Got into it, Harley?
Posh.
Posh.
No.
But
Agreed, Harley.
I don't-
Thank
I
you.
don't-
if you're
Thank
going
you.
to marry a Spice Girl, you have to be one of the most attractive men in the world. And if you're gonna be with a Spice Girl,
No.
listen to me. If you're going to marry a Spice Girl,
You
you've
gotta
get with her friends.
Literally.
Friendship
No.
lasts forever, and that's the way it is.
Look, okay, I'm not gonna go any more on this. Yeah,
He's just
fine.
very British.
He's very British. And
I'm not
very,
into it.
Also, he can bend that soccer ball like nobody else.
He was a very famous soccer player who played in America during that time, if I'm not mistaken.
Did you not hear him?
Been it like
Yeah.
yes, I'm aware.
It's painful.
I know.
Their oldest child is the same age as Harley.
Whoa!
I hate that. I hate everything about it. I hate everything about it. Because in my mind, they got married 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Chris, your concept of time is actually
It's
insane.
wild. My concept of time is so far off from reality. It's insane. I understand that.
When did they get married?
5 years ago.
No.
No.
In
Stop it.
99.
2020.
99.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
Nope.
Yeah,
So
think about-
how old were y'all in 99?
I was,
In
I was
99.
7.
I was.
Chris, they've been married most of your life.
I know.
Literally.
And I hate it.
So what do you mean, like 5 years ago?
Justin, you were 12?
Listen to me. They got
11?
married
10.
before Backstreet came back. Do you understand that? Backstreet's Back All Right happened 2 years after they got married.
Jeez.
They got married on the 4th of July.
Well, look
That's
at them.
crazy.
No, Backstreet's Back was 97, right?
No.
No.
Uh-oh.
Backstreet's Back All Right. That was,
Okay, next
that was
thing.
2000,
Yeah, next thing. We gotta move
2001,
along.
wasn't it?
Come on, guys. Let's focus.
This could take a long
Wait. August 11th, 97.
Oh, look at that.
God.
With receipts.
Bless
I was
America.
I was
They got
obsessed
married
with
2
boy
years
bands
after
hasn't
in
yet.
Backstreet
my
was
youth.
back. I think we've established that my concept of time is so far from reality.
Very obvious. In 2015, Japan lifted its 67-year-old ban on dancing after midnight.
Weirdly enough, though, that is one that I am well aware of.
They were like the
Like,
Gremlins.
I know
Can't let
exactly
them.
when that
It's like
happened.
Footloose, but for a whole country.
Yes. Kevin Bacon was also in Japan, weirdly enough.
In 2015.
Hold on. Also,
Oh, go ahead.
I also had a 2015 tidbit. You know, the terrible thing that happened in 2015 was Josh Trank put out a movie.
Oh, no.
Fantastic.
Yeah, you sure
Fantastic
did.
Four that I've never seen.
I don't think I have either, to be honest. No, I
I saw
I have.
I saw a couple clips and I was like, you know,
I can tell.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
I watched
Like I
it.
saw some scenes and I was like, oh, this is bad.
Hey, y'all need
It's
to
just
stop looking
like-
up movies and stuff because we got a game later coming. So,
Yeah.
okay. All right. Moving along. The Smithsonian Air and Space Museum displayed Wonder Woman's invisible jet for one day only on April 1st, 2015.
Hate that.
I think someone put this one. No, I did this one. Next up, a black Labrador named Tiki was lucky to survive after vets in Pennsylvania discovered 62 hairbands, 8 pairs of underwear, and a Band-Aid and 4 elastic bands in the dog's stomach. It took 2 hours for vets to remove the item from the unfortunate dog's stomach. Tiki pulled through and went on to make a full recovery.
Can we talk about the dog in the show Shrinking for a second?
Which one?
So
They have multiple ones.
they name rescue dogs after what they do the second they get them.
Oh,
One of
yeah.
them was Shit Rat
Shit
because
Rat.
he shat on the carpet. The second one they got was Tampon Eater.
Body eater.
So Sean was like, "Why is there a string hanging out of your dog's butt?" Remember his name, Sean.
Remember his name.
Remember his name.
2015 was 11111101111 in binary, making this year a palindrome year. We won't have another one until 2047, which is a lot of ones, and again in 2049, which is 1 with a lot of zeros followed by a 1.
Oh.
In the world of sports ball, World Series champions were the Kansas City Royals.
Oh!
Actually, aren't they in Missouri though?
No.
Kansas City,
maybe.
Missouri, yes. 100%. 100% they're from Missouri.
We'll take it. It's fine.
Uh,
Nobody likes baseball anyways.
I like baseball.
Shh.
Super Bowl
Same.
champions were the New England Patriots. That's also, I believe, the same year of what do you call it? The whole Deflate Gate or whatever it's called.
Deflategate.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's also the NBA champions for that year were the Golden State Warriors. In 2015, it was discovered that a mysterious unknown radio signal first detected in 1998 by Australian astronomers at Parkes Observatory was actually being caused by the microwave in the kitchen on the observatory. I thought of you
Where's
when
this
I
wave coming from?
guys, we have a wave.
My favorite,
Dude,
my
a guy
favorite
just
thing.
comes in with a hot pocket.
My favorite thing to think about is the guy that knows what's going on but doesn't want to like pop anybody else's bubble. Somebody's like, "I just wish we could find that microwave or that radio signal again," and like John is in the back, like, "I'm gonna make Todd's day. I'm gonna make some popcorn." because like not only are they finding this radio signal, but they're also getting popcorn. Like,
What a convenient.
I don't even care
you
what
have a
happens for
better
the rest
day?
of the day.
can you have a better day? Like, what else is gonna be better?
How convenient.
It's like I found a signal and I'm getting popcorn, guys.
One of the last things that I have, one of the conversations in 2015 was, is the dress blue or black or white and gold?
That was 2015.
It sure was.
Damn.
I don't
It was
like
black
that
and
at all.
blue.
I don't like that at all.
Yeah, black and blue. It was definitely black and blue.
It was black and blue for sure.
Of course, you gotta put me there.
Wait, are you saying it was the other one?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Wait, Chris, what are you looking at me that way for?
Because I'm about to have a fight with my wife.
No, you're not.
I need you to have my back.
I believe Harley added this next one. Go for it, Harley.
Oh, I have to scroll. There was only one time that I saw it as white and gold, and then never again.
That's
Same.
usually
So
how
I
it
was
works.
like,
Same.
that's crazy. So, wait. No, you have another one.
Oh, I did that one?
Yeah.
I can't remember. It was historical, so I thought you might have done it. I just didn't remember.
No, I did the one after that. The two. Or,
June 26, 2015 marks a major milestone for civil rights in the United States as the Supreme Court announced...
Tim!
What?
You skipped it.
Oh, did I one? Oh, I did skip one. Sorry. Among the words added to the dictionary...
How dare you?
Sorry.
I did do that one.
Okay, I thought
you
you
did
did.
the one before it.
What's fun is we're not going to have Tim edit that out.
No. No, I won't.
Nope.
Okay, sorry. One of my last ones here. Among the words added to the dictionary in 2015 were masshole, twerk, faux shizzle, stanky, and twitterati.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
A masshole, I found out, is somebody who's an asshole from Massachusetts.
Is
Oh,
that
I knew
really?
about that? Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I thought it was an asshole for a mass amount of time.
No, my parents are from New
That makes
England,
sense.
so I already knew that.
Yeah, Michaela told me that a couple years ago in
Michaela-
college. Tuttle,
I don't know who that is.
I do.
Tucker.
You just added an extra name. I don't know who that is.
I don't know why I said Tuttle is not correct. That's wrong in the first place. But
All right,
She was-
Harley, you're
she was
next.
never
please.
a Tuttle.
sorry, I'm having a stroke actually. So, June 26th, 2015 marks a major milestone for civil rights in the United States as the Supreme Court announces its decision in Obergefell and Hodges, or Obergefell v. Hodges. By one vote, the court rules that same-sex marriage cannot be banned in the United States and that all same-sex marriages must be recognized nationwide, finally granting same-sex couples equal rights to heterosexual couples under the law.
Fun fact,
Ireland.
that's in danger right now.
Yeah.
Yep.
It didn't age well a decade later.
Nope.
But in Ireland, they legalized same-sex marriage a month before the United States did in 2015. And they legalized it on May 23rd.
Does anybody else want to move to Ireland?
Yeah, I don't
No.
think it's under,
No.
reconsideration there.
You don't think so?
At least I hope not. I'm not too sure.
Why not?
Because England's right there.
Yeah, but Ireland.
No.
Ireland?
Listen,
That's a historical lesson that we'll have for another day.
Listen,
We're moving
Tim.
on.
I would move to Ireland before I would move really anywhere else outside of Honduras. I think in order it'd be Honduras and then Ireland, like right next to it.
We could have a whole podcast episode
And then
about what
Australia
countries we
after
should
that.
move to.
And then Australia after that. We should do a podcast episode about what countries we should move to.
Okay, we'll do that next. We'll do that next time. Okay. In October of 2015, 4 teenagers from Glen Burnie were fined $200 for killing and grilling a timber rattlesnake in Western Maryland. Maryland Natural Resources police officials say that the young men were camping in the Green Ridge State Forest in August when they killed the snake with a BB gun and grilled it. They were fined because the timber rattlesnake is a state endangered species. But if it weren't, would you still eat it?
Yeah.
I'd eat snake. Snakes don't really have parts, but
Have
if
you
I had
had-
to guess, we'd be about eating the knee. Anybody? Waterboy? No?
Yes, I remember. Justin, would you eat snake?
I have
mean,
eaten snake before.
Yeah, I was gonna say hold. We've all lived in Texas. Who has not had snake?
I don't know if I have.
I have not.
Oh,
Listen,
okay.
Tim,
I mean,
I barely lived in
you've had
Texas.
snake. They just didn't
No,
tell you it was snake.
I lived in Texas for 2 years. It doesn't count.
Tim, you lived in Beaumont. You ate snake.
I definitely had frog and like crawdads and stuff like that, but like I don't know if I
When I was a kid, my dad took me hunting at this place in Youngsport, Texas.
alligator.
Which is like a very, very small town. Like there are 4 residents
It's
in Youngsport.
annexed by Colleen now,
Yeah, now it's Killeen. Like it's that small. It got
but
annexed.
it's not Colleen.
But there was a guy named Doc. That's what we called him.
That's not his name.
It's not his birth name, but Doc. And we went hunting on his property. He would cook anything you killed. Literally, if you found something on his property and killed it and brought it to him, he'd make it for you. He was like an old school, like, Oregon Trail cookie, that kind of guy. And, like, he had names for all of his dishes. So it was like snake soup, raccoon ragu, hog hash, like whatever you brought him, he had a rhyme or a alliteration version of that. And we brought him a lot of hog. We brought him some raccoons a couple of times. And at one point, we brought him a snake.
Harley, the last story.
On June 14th, 2015, which is actually Hunter's birthday. Crazy.
Happy birthday, Hunter.
Sheriff's deputies in Missouri discovered a grisly scene: the bloody body of Claudine Dee Blanchard, the mother of Gypsy Rose, which becomes a highly publicized case about, I don't know how to pronounce the syndrome.
Munchausen's. By
Thank
proxy.
you. Which is a rare mental illness and form of child abuse.
Not as rare as you think.
Ugh.
It's kind of crazy that happened a decade ago.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 in 5.
Oh.
Yikes. Oh.
Let's play a game, everyone. Jesus Christ. Oh my gosh. You guys ready to play a game?
Always.
That's very. What is that Saw of you?
That's so what?
Saw. Is that not what the little guy is?
You want to play a game?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've never seen those videos. I
Jigsaw.
refuse. I don't give a shit.
yeah.
But yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Thank you.
All right, so here's the game. You guys are going to be trying to guess the ranking of the top 10 grossing movies domestic in 2015. So the way we're going to play this game is I'm going to give you a random movie from 2015, and you try to guess where it ranks on the scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest ranking movie and 10 being the least amount.
I think in these notes, you need to add tables with our names so that you can put what we guess the numbers are.
I
in.
do on here. Oh, I guess you need it for yourself, don't you?
Yeah, we can't see them.
I gotcha.
It's okay.
Okay. All right. So
I don't remember the movies that came out in 2015.
well, that's
so.
why I haven't. I'm going to name
He's
them
going
to
to
you,
say
I
movies, and
believe
I'm
you.
just going to be like, I don't think that was 2015.
and then I will tell you that you were wrong. Okay. So
Your favorite pastime.
and I'll keep the points and everything. But Harley, if you want to just remember the rankings, if Justin, are you doing your own? Yeah, Justin is doing his own. Okay. All right. So is everyone ready?
As ready as I'll ever be.
All right.
Yeah.
First movie, again, you're trying to guess where on a scale of 1 being the highest grossing film, 10 being the least, but, where this
Can
movie...
you tell us all of the movies first?
No, that's the whole point of a blind rank.
You know I hate this.
I know you do.
It's okay.
Number...
It's all right. It's not the end of the world.
All right, our first one. Here we go. American Sniper. Where do you believe that one ranked?
In 2015,
In 2015, 1 through 10.
if that movie came out this year, I'd put it at number 2.
That's not what we're asking.
Because of
In
the way the
2015, how
country
how much do you think it grossed?
6.
You wrote 6. Okay.
Okay, wait. I'm putting it down. 6 for Chris.
Janelle?
7.
Okay.
You said American Sniper?
I don't know what movies came out in 2015.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta
my
try
I
to
don't
remember-
even know what American Sniper is.
I
This
feel
is
like
gonna
there
be
was
Is
really
that
an
about that
Avengers.
really famous guy?
Chris Kyle? Yeah.
Yeah.
Famous? Yeah.
Yeah, it's
okay.
starring
Sniper.
Bradley Cooper.
All right, Justin, what do you say?
I'll put it at a 7.
7?
I put it at a 5.
5. Oh, and the way how we're going to win this is whoever gets the most guesses correct. So
Okay.
that's how we'll kind of guess it. All right,
Okay.
next one up. Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
Ooh.
3.
4.
Okay, hold on. I got to write this down. Janelle says what?
3.
3. Chris says 4.
Yeah.
Okay. Harley?
I give it a 3.
3.
I think that one's pretty high up there, but
Honest to
Mm.
God,
I
I'm
feel like
holding out.
Avengers came out that
No,
year
I'm
too.
saying I feel like a Hunger Games came out as well. So I'm waiting. I'm waiting.
Okay, Justin?
I'm gonna put it at 1.
Ooh, 1.
I'm not looking.
Risky.
Okay, next up, Cinderella.
Ooh, shit. 4.
Okay, Nell says 4.
3.
You think so?
Chris says 3.
Oh my God. Hold on.
Also, you're gonna have to
wait.
remember. You're gonna have to remind me if I already said a number.
That's what Harley's
yeah.
doing.
What is this? What is this Cinderella movie you speak of?
This
I'm
is
giving it
the
a-
live action.
Justin, you shut your whore mouth.
Guys. Justin, don't listen to them. You're okay.
I'm putting it at an 8.
Who was in this
Harley
movie?
says 8. Okay.
It
But no, like, who
doesn't
was in this
matter.
movie?
It was
No,
Cinderella.
it does matter.
Now remember,
We
all
get
these
it.
films
You
are
never
somewhat
watched
popular.
it.
Who was in the movie? I don't remember this movie.
There wasn't
Who
that
did-
many.
Lily James.
Lily James.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
You do if you see your
Also,
face.
You,
Okay,
yeah,
hold on.
100% you'll know. her.
Marvel in Captain America. What's her name? Captain America's
Sharon
love
Carter?
interest.
Sharon Carter.
Peggy.
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 Peggy Haley Atwell.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
It's her mother.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Kate Blanchett's in it.
And I was gonna say Kate Blanchett was her mom,
Literally.
her stepmom.
Helena Bonham Carter.
Richard Madden, Helen. Oh, okay. Yeah, Helen Carter.
yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah, there's some famous people in there. Stellan
Yeah, it has a
Skarsgård.
great cast.
Oh,
I
It's a
have
beautiful
no
movie.
recollection of this movie. I'm putting it at 10.
all right.
I don't remember it, so it's obviously at the bottom.
But it's Disney.
Well, that's all that matters, right?
you gotta remember it's Disney.
Next up,
Mhm.
Furious 7.
What?
Furious 7. Fast and the Furious
5.
7.
I put that at 5.
Agreed.
Chris
5.
says 5. Nell says 5. Harley?
Which one was that?
Number 7.
The 7th.
Doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
No.
Also,
Y'all
And
be-
wait, that's the one where he dies.
Oh.
Spoilers.
Is it?
I don't remember.
Oh, where Paul Walker.
Someone dies?
Was that Paul Walker's last one?
I think so.
I
Okay.
don't know. I haven't seen any of them beyond
Fuck.
4.
Tokyo Drift. That was like my last one.
I saw
didn't.
Tokyo Drift, and then I saw one more, but I don't remember which one it was.
Harley, what'd you say?
I think I'll put it at 4.
4. Justin?
I said 5, but I feel 6.
No, we're locked in.
I do remember it.
That's
It
fine.
was abnormally high grossing,
What did I say?
mostly
5.
spurred on by Paul Walker's death.
Okay.
I'm sorry, what was that, Justin? I couldn't hear you.
Sorry.
I know I was saying I remember that it grossed like a crazy amount of money, mostly because Paul Walker.
Uh-huh. This is domestic, guys.
Domestic. I'll put it at 4.
All right, Justin says 4. All right. Next up, Minions.
2.
6.
Whoa, hold on. Okay, so
It's
Janelle
Minions
says
1,
6.
right?
Chris says what?
2.
2?
2.
Okay.
I say 2.
Okay.
That's
Minions was up there.
diabolical.
So was Minions.
Good
My
point.
mom
I
loves
thank
that
you.
movie.
I thank you.
I'm put it at a 6.
Harley-
Minions.
No, I put it at a 7.
Okay, Harley says 7.
Minions.
Yeah.
Watch none of us get any
I'm
of
gonna
these
put that
right.
as
That's okay.
2.
It's just a game.
Hey,
2.
what's up, Justin?
All right.
Chris, you have 1, and then the rest at the bottom.
All
Those are
right.
your free spaces.
Oh, shit.
Everything at the bottom, and then 1.
Everything's mid game.
All right, next up, we have, and we only have a few movies left here. So, next up, Jurassic World.
7.
Shit.
Chris says 7.
I'm gonna say 8.
Listen, Jurassic World was 7 in my book because of what you're asking.
No, I'm gonna say 9.
But if it was like, what would Chris spend the most money on?
I'm gonna say 9.
Jurassic World would be number 1.
So what's your answer, Chris?
My answer is 7.
Okay.
But
Can I-
I would have made it number 1.
Okay. But you're not okay. This isn't about favorites.
I
This is
know.
about.
I'm well aware.
Okay. Okay. Justin, what were you saying?
Can I change my Minions answer?
No,
No, it's set.
Then I'm gonna put it at 3.
that's why I hate this game. It's stupid.
Yeah. It's stupid. I
You
hate it.
wouldn't tell us all of the options.
No.
I put it at. I'm gonna put it at 9.
9. Okay.
Ah,
I feel like
shit.
that's really low.
I said
Yeah.
9 as well.
Shit. Hold
Yeah,
on.
Yeah.
Hold on. Before we commit to number 3, can I put it at number 5?
Do you have number 5 open?
Yes.
I don't have his down, so.
That's
Yes, number 5 is
sure.
open.
5.
All right.
All right. 5.
5.
Okay. Next up. Inside Out.
Damn.
I forgot about that one.
Fuck off.
You're killing me.
Chris.
Number 1. I'll give
Chris
that
says
to
what?
number
This
one.
is number
honestly-
one.
Number 1.
1.
Chris.
I'm trying to remember
Wrong.
what I have open.
I know
Chris.
it's not. I know it's
Justin,
not
wrong.
number 1, but my number
Let's do
3
2
is already
for me.
taken.
Okay. Nell says
Do I have
2.
3?
I'm putting it down as 6.
Okay,
Justin said
Chris,
6.
hear me out. You have 8, 9, and 10 open.
That's why I hate this game. It's dumb and I hate it. It's dumb and I hate it.
What did I
Just
say?
put it at
3?
8. Justin
No.
said 6.
This game
did I-
sucks.
Oh, you
How
said
many?
you
What
said
do I
2.
have? I said 2.
Oh, you said 2, but Harley, has she already done 2?
Oh.
2
No.
is Inside Out, 3 is Star Wars.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Harley, what was
Do
your
you
answer?
really want to put it at 1?
Chris?
I don't have an option. I know it's up
8,
there.
9, and 10.
It's
Just
not
put it at
eight.
like 8
It's
then.
not 8, 9, or 10 though.
But it's not 1. That's for sure.
Well, Tim won't tell me what the other 3 are, so I'm stuck.
I think you should hold out.
Okay.
Hey, Chris. I'd say you should hold out.
All right,
I'm gonna put
fine.
it at 6.
Put it at 8.
Put it at 8.
I don't give a shit. I'm
I
already
think
wrong.
I have 1, 8,
I'm
and
already
10
wrong.
left.
Okay, Harley, you're
Very
last on this one.
clearly,
That is
I have
correct.
lost this
Okay.
game.
Harley, what is yours?
And it's 6.
6. Okay. All right. Next up, The Hunger Games: Mockingbird Part 2.
I will put that at 1.
Okay. Nell says 1.
9.
I'll take it if I.
Justin says
Fine.
9.
9.
Not that serious.
Chris says 9. And Harley says
2.
2. Okay.
It's up there. It's also one that I've already used.
All right. You guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
Avengers:
No.
Age of Ultron.
Oh, damn.
Age of
Numero
Ultron.
uno.
1.
I'll say 8.
Okay. Whoa. Okay. So Harley
It's
said
closest.
1.
I think it was higher up, but
Yes.
not quite 1.
Y'all both said 8.
But I
I
said
have
1.
to say 8.
Oh,
That's all
Chris
I
said
have
1.
left.
You said 8.
No,
That's
you
all I
have,
have
You
left.
should have
There's one
2
more
left.
after that.
Yeah, you should have 2 left.
I have 8 and I have 10 left.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
pretty sure.
So 8.
Yeah.
I'm fairly certain of Age
not
of
that
Ultron
serious.
is like 3 or 4, but I have to say 1.
Wait, it's Age of Ultron, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
It was
Second Avengers movie.
anticipated, but it wasn't good.
Justin, what was your number?
I'll say 8.
This was
3.
probably,
It,
3?
it was pretty well received.
I think it was probably the beginning of the end for Marvel.
I don't think so.
No.
too early
I
for that.
think
No.
so.
No, they had a hard
They did
uphill
good
swing
run.
Age
after
of
that.
Ultron was a bad movie on the way up.
It was fine.
No, it was so good.
Okay, hold on. Justin, what was your number again? 3?
3.
Okay, so I want to make sure I heard that correctly. Okay. And last one. So this is
We all have 10 open.
is this all 10 for everyone? Oh, so this is 10 for everyone? Okay, well I can
No,
tell you guys.
it's no. 10. I put Cinderella. I have 8 open.
Oh, Harley, did we get something mixed up there?
No, I don't have Justin's down.
Oh,
but
okay.
the rest of
Oh,
us.
gotcha. Okay. So the last one is The Martian. So
There you go.
Well, it's going to number 8.
10.
so
don't
it's
care
10
about
for
that
those 3 and
movie.
then Justin
I
is
didn't
8.
watch it. I don't care.
Okay.
Just
Alright.
like Justin and Cinderella.
All right. So
Let's figure
I
out what
don't
the
know this
actual
movie.
ranking
It's
is.
not real.
Okay. All right, guys. Here is the reveal. I'm just going to go down from number 10 to number 1, and you guys can do your own math, but I will reveal the winner. Number 10 was Cinderella.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Number 9 was The Martian.
Damn.
Fuck.
We're only going off
Scott
of like
Ridley.
correct answers. We're not going like who got closest.
No.
Chris, I don't think you're paying attention to my explanation of the game.
I'm just double checking.
It's whoever gets the most amount correct.
That's what I just asked.
How would that be? Number 8 is Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2.
Wow.
Really?
Man, I had those reversed.
Number 7 was Minions.
Thank God. I got one.
Number 6 was American Sniper.
Hey, I got one.
Nope.
If mine are switched, I'm going to pitch a fit.
Number 5, Furious 7.
Okay.
Damn.
2.
Okay.
I got 2.
I got one.
Yeah. What did I just do? Okay, number 4, Inside Out.
What did I say?
And for that one, you said 2.
Cinderella.
You
Yeah,
said
that
Cinderella was
sounds
number
bad.
4.
For number 3 is Avengers: Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
I'm going to scream.
And this is where, Justin, you were correct on this. This is why I had to double check. Number 2 was Jurassic World.
Hmm.
On my original list, it was flipped with number 1, Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
I remember so many people being mad about Jurassic World.
I got 2.
You did get 2. And
I had a singular one.
so the
Did I win?
Nope, because Justin also got 2. And so the 2 winners are Justin and Chris.
Hey!
I got my
What's
first one and I got
up?
my last one.
What'd I say, Harley? I have a weird way of winning
You
these things
do.
by sheer dumb luck.
Yeah. Which ones did Chris get?
He got
Number
5 and
5
6
and
correct.
6, yep.
Furious and American Sniper.
Are you
I had
fucking
so many
shitting my dick?
that were
Right.
like one away.
What's crazy is I haven't seen either of those movies.
You guys want to hear some notable mentions from that year, though,
Please.
that are not on this list, which is crazy to think about? Spectre, Mission
Oh.
Impossible.
Why was that not up there? Spectre was so good.
I know. Mission Impossible Rogue Nation,
Hmm.
Pitch Perfect 2.
Pitch Perfect 2. I loved Pitch Perfect 2.
Ant-Man,
Pitch Perfect 2 was solid. Also, Ant-Man.
50 Shades of
Yeah.
Grey.
Nope.
Ah.
Never saw it.
Mad Max Fury Road,
Also
No.
good.
That's
but
a great
not
one.
Great.
Creed, Paddington, Hobbit 5 Armies, and Guardians of the Galaxy.
It's my least favorite of the Lord of the Rings / Hobbit movies.
You forgot
Guardians of the-
about Paul Blart.
That is not on my top notable mentions, but yes, you're
Okay.
correct.
Paul Blart did also come out that year.
You're correct.
The Maze Runner also came out that year. I loved the Maze Runner. However, it was nothing like the book, TBH. And then Home.
That
Oh,
movie
yeah.
was really
Oh
good.
yeah, that was cute.
With Rihanna.
I don't.
Yep.
I don't know
Ellie
that
loves
one.
that. I cry.
It's the little
She-
purple alien guy.
Yes, Ellie falls asleep every time she watches it, and I'm just by myself sobbing while she's sleeping so peacefully. And I pick her up and I cradle her.
I don't know if you guys heard a second ago. Janelle said Ellie cries. So she tried to put it on the baby.
Mm.
Speaking of artists, we're not going to play a big game out of this, but do you guys want to guess the number 1 song from 2015?
Where are you now? Justin Bieber.
I have no idea what came out in 2015.
Where
Yeah,
are
I
you
don't know.
now that I need you?
All right.
I looked up a fuck ton of things.
You sure did.
I know some metal
I did
albums that
some
came out in
research.
2015.
Well,
But that's about it.
Here's the top 5 songs. Sugar by Maroon 5. Track Queen by Fetty Wap.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
that was a banger.
Oh, it was.
I can't stand Fetty Wap.
She
have
my
a-
trap queen when I'm
I have to send you this TikTok about that song. It's my favorite.
Oh, okay,
Number
period.
3 was See You Again by Wiz Khalifa and
because Fast and Furious.
yeah. Number 2, Thinking Out Loud, Ed Sheeran, and number 1, Uptown Funk.
Uptown funk you up.
Oh.
Uptown funk you up. Say what?
And then to wrap this little fun conversation up about 2015, top 10 baby names. Anyone want to guess the number one
No.
guy or boy baby name?
Mason.
I like Caden.
It's
Close.
some kind of like
Grayson.
Grayson.
Well, that's actually number 2 is Aiden. Number 3 is Liam. Number 4 is Lucas. Number 5 is Noah. The number 1 boy baby name is Jackson.
Jackson. I knew it
It
was
was like an
something like that.
X.
No, it's just regular CK
But
Interesting.
when they shorten it, it's with an X.
for sure.
Jax.
How about girls?
McKinley Grace.
Haley.
No. Number 5 is Mia. Number 4 is Ava. Number 3 is Olivia. Number 2 is Emma. And number 1 is Sophia.
Emma is always going to be there.
You know, I should have like taken
I had a
10
feeling it was
seconds
Sophia.
out of my job to think about how many Sophias I have at my work.
Yeah, you
Sophia
could've got a good
was-
guess out of it.
It's the most common name at
When
my job.
when I was pregnant, he was thinking about Sophia, and I was like, no.
Anna Sophia.
It's a beautiful name.
I like
It
that
is.
name. Either Anna Sophia or Sophia Grace. I would have liked either of those names.
I think Ari was in the top
That's-
15.
Yeah, but it wasn't her
Because
name.
of Game of Thrones.
Because
if,
of Game of
If the
Thrones.
show had
Yeah.
come out, it would have been in the top 10 for
Yeah.
sure.
Okay, guys. Take a quick moment here. Would anyone like to share some favorite memories or events of 2015 that you might remember about?
2015, Janelle got her job as a traveling chef.
Ooh.
So she was abandoning me at least once a quarter,
It was a lot.
Yeah, you were
And-
gone a while.
going off to
I was gone.
gallivant across the globe. She was globe trotting.
I was gone for
How did you survive?
at least
Well, if you want to go into Twitter and search the hashtag weekdays
yeah.
of Chris or weekend of Chris
forgot
or
about that.
fortnight of Chris,
That's right.
you will see exactly how I survived. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, it was not well. At one point, I bought a fish. It lasted literally overnight. When I woke up the next day,
you bought
it
a
was dead.
fish.
Yeah, I was not kidding about any of the stuff I posted. All of that stuff was 100% accurate.
I
I
really
bought a fish and it died the next day. Like it was dead when I woke up.
You were unhinged.
It was insane. I also captured I don't even remember what kind of, I think they were lizards
This is the first I'm hearing about the fish.
because you didn't follow me on Twitter at that time.
I was working.
I posted pictures on Instagram. Like you can go back and look. 2015 Chris was truly unhinged. If we're being honest. You're
Makes sense.
100%
Makes
right.
sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had zero supervision and I definitely needed it.
It was your first full year of marriage, too.
It
Yes.
was. It was indeed.
Honestly, easiest transition ever.
Yeah. People are always like, when you first get married, everything changes and blah, blah,
They-
blah, blah, blah.
and you know what? That makes sense because, like, especially like how we grew up,
Mhm.
it's like you're learning to live together, all that stuff. It makes sense.
Sure.
But
It makes sense.
It-
But for us, it was not the case.
no.
I think Tim became my youth pastor in 2015.
Let's go.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
That's wild to think
Damn.
about.
Oh, it was a different man.
Now look at both of you.
Who would have thought?
Heretics.
Me.
We would have thought.
Heretics. Yeah.
Heathens.
The people that knew
I
Tim at
was-
that time would think.
2015 was me going from, so like spring and summer, or I guess mostly spring, would have been my freshman year of high school. And then the other half of 2015 would have been the
Mm.
beginning of my sophomore year of high school.
Harley, I think you and I don't know, Justin, maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong here, but I think you and I might be the least spiritual out of all of us here.
Currently?
Yeah.
Probably. I don't know. I don't know the others.
I would agree, but only because my spirituality isn't tied to Christianity anymore.
Right.
Mine isn't. I don't think anybody. Well,
I
I don't want
don't-
to speak for Harley, but
I don't think
Mine
I
is
have a
not.
shred of spirituality in
Okay.
this moment.
Well, there you go. So, yeah.
My spirituality is not tied to Christianity at all.
It's just wild to me to think about. Like 10 years ago, I was pastoring. Chris and Janelle, you guys were heavily involved in church. Justin, I don't know if you were at that time or not, but
Well,
yeah.
Fun fact, 2015 was the year I realized that I had to go. I was done.
2015 is the year that I still to this day believe I heard from God that when X time period is over, you're done.
Yeah.
wait, was 2015 the year I became a youth pastor?
According to my Instagram archives, that was the year that Aubrey left.
So it had to been, yeah.
It was that
Holy
year,
shit.
yes.
We
Look at that.
told you that.
But it would have been in like the fall.
Right, yeah,
It
later
was
in the
later
year.
in that year, but still that year.
Again.
Just wild to think about. Any other favorite things, guys, or fun memories or anything?
My friend group, my high school friend group, was at its peak. There were 7 of us. It was awesome.
Oh,
We
high
were
school
living
friend
our
groups.
best lives. And then it died in a burning flame.
Wait, like in high school or like post?
I mean, like, there was still like the core group, which was like me, Jayla, Kenzie, Claudia, Lanaya.
You're
But like
pulling out names, okay.
we had different.
Name dropping.
I mean, these are all people who have either been mentioned on here before or it wasn't like the core group was there, but it was like we had a kind of a rotating door of other people, if you will.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's kind of how the brotherhood happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
True.
Yeah. I think at our expansion we were at 7. Our highest expansion.
Yeah. it
Yeah,
was
same.
That sounded
Ours was
really weird,
7.
didn't it?
You, me, Ray, Sean, EJ,
EJ.
CJ.
Oh, see, so that's 8 then. Because
That's
Buzz.
6. Buzz. Well, Buzz was a junior member,
Oh, okay. Well.
so 6.
Y'all.
Wait, who did I miss? Hold on. There's the
You,
5.
Me, Sean, EJ,
Val.
Dre, Val, CJ. So 7. And then Buzz was a junior member. 8.
Yeah.
So
okay.
8. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
I'm trying to think of other stuff. Yeah, that was
Oh.
when I started getting more heavily into the whole Jesus scene.
The whole Jesus scene.
And that's when I was leaving. Heavily leaving.
I listen.
Oh,
I understand. I still feel like the Jesus scene should have worked out better than it has. Like everything Jesus said and talked about, great.
Sure.
It's all grand. It's exactly how we should be living our lives. But the Christian scene, on the other hand,
Yeah.
has taken a
Do you-
very far
Okay,
right turn.
but do you know why? And what I see more than
Oh.
anything, it's the absence of the culture it was meant to be seen through.
Yeah.
Get that out of here.
Yeah, someone gave this to me at
Oh, wow.
can't
I was
see
at the
what
store.
is it?
It says, "It is well with my soul."
Oh,
yeah, it's a little bookmark and it's a pen. I'm
Great
walking to the
song for
store.
funerals.
I'm walking into the store and someone's like, "Hey, Jesus loves you." And hands me that. And I'm like, "Oh,
God.
thanks." Very unusual.
No, it
It's
was
like,
a-
well, I'm gonna go buy you some beer like a dirty heathen.
It was very refreshing.
The
I don't
beer?
know if I should be saying
know
this
you
on,
weren't.
but it was refreshing meeting like Hunter and being like, oh, whoa,
What are you talking
you
about?
have like different views on religion than
Hunter's
people I know.
favorite artist is Lauren Daigle. What are you talking about?
but he didn't know that.
He
That
didn't know
man
she
of the
was Christian.
Lord.
Yeah.
He was so Christ-like
That good
without
old
even
boy.
realizing it.
He actually,
If we're being
It's his
honest,
nature.
listen, guys. If we're being honest, Hunter is probably what Christianity should be.
Honestly.
He's
Honestly,
just a good guy
he's-
without
listen,
realizing
listen.
why.
I have
Yeah.
heard,
He's so
Without all the
positive.
religion.
yes, honestly, I have heard my own child use the phrase, "I'm just a boy," and I've been like, shut up. But if Hunter said it, I'm like, yeah,
Hunter
You're
is
just a
just
boy.
a boy.
Just
You're
a
just
boy.
a boy.
Just a boy.
Go
Listen,
on.
you
Go
know,
on, get.
You're
You're just a boy.
There are 3 people in my life that when I think of Christianity, I think of. That's Diana, Onelli, and Hunter.
Oh.
When people are like, hey, this is what a Christian should be, Hunter is there.
Tim's like, not me. Okay.
I don't know.
Can
if
I
would
tell
categorize
you
myself as
this
that.
one random story?
Please.
This has nothing to do with, I guess, but I guess it kind of does because the whole Christian thing. We were at my bar for 80s night, and it was like 80s night karaoke theme and stuff like that. Hunter and I, we dressed up, got in theme.
Super
Because,
cute.
duh, that's
Of
what
course.
we do. So we get to the bar. All of a sudden, it's probably like 6 p.m. So I just got there to like start my shift for the night. This was a Friday. Right outside, we hear "Ka-toosh," and then like sirens and like all of this shit because it's at that intersection by
Uh-huh.
like the Family Dollar and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Hunter, he's wearing denim on denim, like white t-shirt, his little checkered Vans,
Like always Neil
runs out
Diamond.
there, and he's like, "Ma'am, are you okay?" And like is helping this like elderly woman like get her mind together and all this stuff, and he's like helping her sit on this curb, and like he's talking to her to keep her like conscious because she was kind of like
Freaking out.
yeah. And he was like, "Just keep talking to me, like what's your name, like all of this stuff."
What
And
was her
obviously
name?
I was inside. I don't know what was happening. Because he just took off. He was like, "I'm being called." Gone. And so
He knows
Hunter
when he's
is like
needed.
Ken.
He knows when he's
Yes.
needed.
His job, Hunter's job is help.
Yeah.
yes. And so he's like, he said all of this stuff was happening so fast, and then the fire department and like the police department are right down the road. So they showed up pretty quickly, and they like the paramedics and stuff come over to the lady, and they're like talking to her, and he's like answering questions and like giving them info, and he just finally has a moment to like stop, and he like looks around, and there's like cars kind of like everywhere being directed and like all of this stuff, and then he just like
He
looks
realizes
down
what
at
he's
himself
wearing.
and he's like and like kind of like in his little denim outfit, and he was like, "If you need me, I'm gonna go back inside."
Oh.
Like, just like went inside, and I was like, "Oh, that's so wholesome."
I feel
Because
like
he was just like, "Help."
I feel like he's like a younger version of Derek.
Sweet
shrinking.
Hunter boy. Ba, ba,
Bum,
ba.
bum, bum.
Hunter is like a Ken, and his job is help.
Yeah.
Yes, literally.
My
Love that
job
guy.
is beach.
My job is help.
Yep. It was so cute. But yes, that is like, the Christian thing, if you will, is
Yeah.
to go.
That's
Help,
what I'm
whatever.
saying. Like you're gonna look at me and you're gonna tell me that I'm wrong.
No.
Hunter is not the example of Christ we need in our lives.
Like, okay, so when I sent y'all to that coffee shop, you were like, "Is this a Christian place?" And Hunter was like, "Oh, but this says something good." I didn't even know it was like that, but
Hunter is like, I didn't go to a Christian school. I just went to a school that taught us good things. Hunter, have you ever seen Lord of the Beans? Yeah, it's one of my favorite movies. Why? It's VeggieTales, man. VeggieTales isn't Christian.
You ever
It's just
heard of
got
Lauren
good
Daigle?
morals. Do you ever listen
Yeah.
to Lauren Daigle? Yeah, I love Lauren Daigle. She's one of my favorite artists. She's a Christian artist. No, she's just
she just sings about good
stuff.
things.
He was like, "I thought it was like a romance song."
about
like,
Jesus.
Yo,
My
but
middle
to be
school
fair,
experience.
to
He
be
said
fair,
I like
though,
Harley
a
went
lot
to
of
the-
Christian
Spotify
songs
playlist.
are.
He said,
So
I didn't
sweet.
go to a
Yes.
private Christian school. I
Sweet
just
boy.
went to a regular school that taught us about Jesus.
Wow.
Oh, so good. But yeah, while
Precious.
he was just, I guess in 2015 being a normal teenager, Christian one, if you will.
He didn't know it. It's okay.
Yeah. Crazy.
Any other final things about 2015 that you guys like to share before we move on?
I would like to share that 2015 is the year we adopted Minnie. She is
Wow.
the dumbest, worst dog in the world, and I love her more than life.
Oh my God, that's when I got Zarzar for my 16th birthday. Wow, look at us and our animals.
It's a good year for pets.
Yeah.
Janelle would disagree, but I love Minnie.
She's
man.
she's a sweet baby. But
Man.
I went to Canada.
Canada.
It solidified my career to do product development and a whole lot of other shit. So
That's cool.
2.5, 3 weeks.
2 weeks.
That's the longest we've ever been apart.
It was 2 weeks, and I only know that because I started the hashtag.
Oh, I did.
Fortnite.
I came home early. You're right.
It was supposed to be 2.5 or 3 weeks, but you came home after
It was
2.
rough.
It was like 2 weeks and a day.
Yeah.
The fortnight of Chris.
Must be nice.
Oh.
Must be nice.
You know what?
Sorry, Harley.
I lived my entire life like that. My dad was gone for years at a time.
Same.
And yeah.
It do be something.
My-
Justin,
my
what
heart-
were you doing in 2015?
Yeah, I haven't shared anything.
Yeah.
2015, I was at a church in Central Illinois. 2015 is... Yeah, so 2015, I was at a church in Central Illinois. I was doing sound, doing the whole worship thing. That's when I really started doing worship music. I kind of played before, but that's when I really got serious. I'm still friends with some of the people who I played with back then. Yeah, just doing the whole church thing. I was working, delivering food for a place called Avani's. That's when I got my cat Pancake. R.I.P.
it.
Actually, I don't know. Pancake's not dead. I don't think Pancake's dead. I lost Pancake in the divorce, so
Oh,
Uh,
I'm sorry, bud.
Pancake was not my cat. It was my ex-wife's best friend's cat, and then she moved to Hawaii. So we temporarily had Pancake, which became permanent. But Pancake decided that I was the primary human, so
I
it'd be like that.
I don't want to pressure you, but is there any possibility that you text your ex-wife and find out about Pancake? I'm very
No.
invested in Pancake. That's okay.
No,
Solid no.
It's
Fair
okay. No.
and-
Hear
Don't
me out.
blame you.
It's okay.
at
It's
all.
fair. But now that you've brought up Pancake,
Hey.
I'm very invested in
Hey.
Pancake.
You can just make something up in your head.
There you go, buddy.
Pancake is fine.
That's what
There
I
you go.
do.
Yep.
Pancake
That's
found
what
the
I
secret
do.
to immortality.
That's right.
That's what I do.
Jesus.
That's
Hey.
what I have to do with the anxious thoughts that just permeate. And I'm like, it's fine. It's okay.
I
I do that
saw,
with every animal I've ever been introduced to.
yeah. I saw a Munchkin cat run across the street while I was working earlier. And I was like, if I see that little shit again, it's coming home with me. It's coming home with me.
Please
I'm
don't.
putting it in the car.
Please don't.
And
Hey,
she was a calico. So, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
adding
a
more cats.
Munchkin calico.
We already have.
Cortina.
Listen, we already have 2. One of which we just literally picked up off the street.
It's the distribution
That's
system at work.
not exactly what happened.
Okay, she came
Anyway,
up to
we
us
don't
in
have
the
to explain.
backyard. She was
That's
a
enough.
homeless
That's
cat,
enough.
though.
All
That's enough.
I'm
You don't have
saying
to
is
tell
more
everybody.
cats means less sleep.
Darcy, speaking of, hey, get over here. I got this little guy, and stop fighting me.
The void.
Please. You're avoiding me.
Oh,
Zarzitan. Hold on.
There's the
I don't
eyes.
even
This little
see him.
guy. Oh,
he's the knight.
ugh, he stabbed me.
All right, guys.
He physically assaulted me.
Tis.
No big deal.
Anything else? Final thoughts for 2015? before we move on?
That's wild.
It is wild. 10 years ago.
Don't like it.
I was a baby.
Oh,
You were a
also
child.
in
When-
2015, I predicted the journey that America's going on pretty accurately.
Justin.
Just saying.
What?
Just saying.
Why
I just
would you
want you
do
guys
that?
to know that what?
Why would you predict it?
Listen,
Stop.
Justin. You and I are
Man.
going to talk about this later.
Yeah. I
Hey,
need you to stop
Tim and
predicting.
Harley will not let us, but later we will.
Hey, I'm just saying. People are like, "Oh, that can never happen." I was like, "Do you guys know history? Because I do."
Mm,
And
were
here we are.
signs.
that's how I feel
This
now.
is single-handedly Justin's fault.
All right. On that note, while we blame Justin, before don't go anywhere because while we move along, we got some other final fan questions to end this first episode of season 5. We'll be right back. All right, everyone, welcome back. We are here to wrap up this first episode back into our season 5, and we got some fan questions. This is the part of the show where we like to answer your questions, and we got some great ones today. First one, a friend of mine, Nadine, asked, if they were to make a movie about you, who would play you? What does that look, Nell?
I don't know.
Like, you want to think about personality and not just looks.
Danny DeVito.
Yep, that's it. We done.
I love it.
He's just got on like a curly wig.
What's
He's like-
crazy? Every other character in that movie is also played by Danny.
Yeah,
DeVito.
yeah.
That's the only thing I would
It's
sign
just
off
Danny
on.
DeVito
That's the only way I would sign
Starring
off. on that.
Danny DeVito.
and
Everybody
Danny
is
DeVito
Danny DeVito.
and Danny DeVito and Danny DeVito as Danny DeVito. Yes, starring
But the-
Danny DeVito,
But the person who's like supposed to be Danny DeVito is
played by
just
someone
like-
else entirely.
Yeah. Like how they do on The Simpsons, where it's like
And-
supposed to be that celebrity and it's like somebody else's voice entirely.
And the movie is 13 minutes. That's it.
That's amazing. It's a short film.
Yeah, exactly. You get me, Harley. Thank you.
Mhm,
I'm going to
mhm.
go with either Joseph Gordon-Levitt or,
Oh,
yeah.
that's pretty good. That's a good one.
Maybe Sebastian Stan?
Adam Scott.
Adam Scott? He's like 50-something years old.
Have
Dang,
you
Chris.
looked
Talent.
in a
He is
mirror?
talented. And don't get me wrong, I love him as an actor. But, all right.
I don't know. I truly don't know.
I would have to
Donald
say,
Glover.
in my case,
It's a little too dark.
yeah.
But the personality.
Remy.
Personality?
What's
Yeah,
his
sure.
name? What's his
What
last
about-
Oh, Rami Malek.
Oh,
Yes.
There.
That's a
Oh.
solid-
Yeah.
yeah, that's a good one.
name? Also,
That is
Okay.
a good one.
Also, my parents reminded me recently, every time we're out, especially at an airport for some reason, people come up to Chris and they're like, "You look just like Prince." Everywhere we
Well,
go.
Prince is dead, so
Thanks.
maybe I could play Prince in a movie, but I don't think he could play me.
I do
I
do
don't-
see the Prince now that Janelle said it.
Although,
see it.
like, honestly, like, people don't realize Chris is actually very built. Like, he's very muscular. I don't think that him and Prince have the, like, skinny quality in common.
I agree with that.
I don't think Prince did either, though. That's probably one of the things.
Maybe.
Prince was pretty thick for his size.
I don't know.
Like you look at him and you would think he's skinny, but you also have to remember he's like 5'1". He was pretty stocky for his size.
I don't know about that.
Wouldn't matter. I played Prince before. I'll play him again.
Justin, you got anyone?
Depends on the tone of the movie.
What part of your life?
He was pretty small.
So if we're going for a more serious tone, it would be Michael B. Jordan.
There you
Ooh,
go.
yeah.
Yeah.
If you want it more of like an indie artsy film vibe, it would be John Boyega.
Ah, yeah. I'm down.
I do like that got both of those as an option.
I think that.
And if they wanted to have me played by someone who is nothing like me but is a good actor, it would be Anthony Mackie. It'd be like, he's black, he fits.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
One, I am highly offended, but two, you are very accurate.
Right.
I'm like, I chose Danny DeVito because I genuinely cannot think of anybody else. I'm like, I don't know. You
Kelly
have three
Clarkson.
options.
Anne Hathaway.
Kelly Clarkson?
Oh, actually. Oh, but the same eyes too. Actually, I could get on board with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm on board with that. What are you shaking your head at? He's right.
You're gonna look at me and tell me that I'm wrong?
Okay. Moving along. Next question. Shane.
Hold
Wonderful.
on.
Wait, no.
Harley did not answer.
Oh, you did not. I'm sorry, Harley.
There is no one who could play me.
I agree.
I
It would have
disagree,
to be
but
you.
agree at the same time. Like,
I have a name in mind.
Oh.
Who?
It better be right.
Anne Hathaway.
Yes.
Anne Hathaway.
Is it just because I'm white, or is that
No.
what's happening here?
But is he wrong?
A young Anne Hathaway could play Harley.
I don't see that.
Yes.
The one I was gonna say
Uh,
would be Ana de Armas.
Oh. Inspector? Or
Not Spectre.
the last one. No Time to Die.
Knives Out. Knives Out.
Oh, that too.
That version of her, yeah.
Nope, don't see that
She
one
was
either.
definitely more
Why?
Hispanic in Spectre, but in Knives Out, if she were to be portrayed, I understand she was a Hispanic character there, but if she were to be portrayed as a white character, her and Harley have very similar
Yeah.
vibes, I guess.
The features are wrong. I was like, that's not.
The vibes, though. The features aren't super
disagree.
far off, I don't think.
You're just saying words at this point.
All right, fine,
no.
whatever. You don't believe me? That's fine. Maybe you'll believe Janelle. Janelle?
Oh.
Name.
Kaylee Spaney. Have you all seen Civil War?
No.
Yeah.
The young photographer. Harley, you should look her up. I think you always get the vibe I'm going at here. But I think she could play you. She's
Like Captain America Civil War?
no. The Alex Garland film Civil War.
Which is an excellent film, and I highly do recommend
It
watching
is
it.
so good.
Yeah, I see it.
Interesting.
I see it.
Nope. She played old girl Priscilla.
Oh yeah. And she's an
Yeah.
alien Romulus.
I don't
Which
see that.
I
one.
love the Alien movies. I haven't seen that one yet.
Same.
Put down the server.
Next up.
I'll think about it, but I don't agree with any of these takes.
Okay. I'll think about it. We'll text about it. Shane, our wonderful Shane, asked, "Who is our favorite Greek god or goddess?"
Athena.
Same, Athena.
No, she was kind of problematic.
They're all problematic.
What are
Harley.
you talking about, Harley?
Yeah, Harley, we got no winners
that's
here.
The theme of Greek gods.
You gotta pick the
Yeah,
least
but some of
problematic
them
one.
are like, yeah,
We're not picking Zeus here. Like,
she's
what are
not
you
one
talking
of
about?
them. Because she's the one who punished Medusa.
Nope, that was Hera.
No,
It
it was
was
Athena, because
It-
it happened in her temple.
It was not Athena.
To be honest, I don't know any of the stories, so I just thought Athena was cool. So
I mean, I was just gonna say Kronos, but he's
Kronos
they're
was
all-
not a god. He was a titan.
Titan. Yes, we do it. Yeah,
Man,
that's true. But I'm going to classify him.
Yeah, I got you, Justin. I agree. Yeah, I stand by your decision here.
He fathered a god, so he counts.
There you go.
Godfather.
See what you did there.
Oh, no, Harley, you are right. I'm sorry. I was mistaken.
How dare you
Apologies.
question Harley?
And I'm
Okay,
apologizing.
for real, I
I'm
corrected him.
I'm sorry.
Just saying.
But let's look at it this way.
Nope, you were wrong. Just sit there and be still in your
wrong.
wrongness.
Listen, I was wrong. But was it a punishment? Or was it defense?
What?
Did Athena punish Medusa? Or did
Yes.
Athena give Medusa a self-defense mechanism that was altered to be a punishment because of the patriarchy?
No.
So the question was Greek.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did you answer?
I would still say Athena.
I mean, she's badass, yeah.
Badass in the arena.
Who did you say, Janelle?
I didn't say. I'm trying to find a synopsis for her.
I think I would pick Persephone
Yes.
That's a solid choice.
or maybe Dionysus for shits and gigs.
Shits and kicks.
Honestly, Dionysus is underrated.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Hephaestus be a good option. Or Helios. Listen, as long as we're not
Anyway.
picking Zeus, really.
Yeah.
We're all choosing the right. Yeah. We're not choosing
Somebody else.
They're
Are
all
we choosing
flawed
who
on their
we
own
want to
individual
relate
levels.
to, or who is the most entertaining?
I
don't
saw
know, just-
this
yeah.
kind of like Tumblr post thing, and it basically, I guess, kind of humanized the gods in a way that, like,
Oh.
they aren't meant to be perfect.
Yeah.
But so in Greek mythology, though, that's a big thing, is that they have human qualities.
Yeah.
Anamorphic.
Since we're on the topic, there's a song in Epic the Musical called God Games where Athena has to convince the other gods to help Odysseus. So she's giving different reasons why each god individually should like him. And she gets to Hera, who is her mom, and she says, he's such a great hero. And Hera says, well, I know a lot of heroes. Next. It's like, well, he's really witty. And she's like, yeah, I know a lot of witty people. Next. She says, well, he's kind of funny. She says, I know a lot of funny people. Next. Never once has he cheated on his wife. And Hera's like, yep, that's it. Release him. Solid.
I said the wrong word. It's anthropomorphic. It comes from the Greek word anthropos, meaning human, and morph. That's the word I meant to say.
Anthropomorphic.
Yep.
Meaning animalistic with human qualities.
No, I just said the definition.
Which was...
Jesus
wasn't
Christ.
listening.
Anyways, moving on.
Listening. Sorry.
Moving on.
Wasn't listening.
All right, last question, and this is not from a fan. This is something I thought it was fun to talk about on for TikTok, and I thought Chris would get a giggle out of it. What's a normal activity that instantly becomes creepy when done at night? Some examples.
People watching.
I was literally going to say that.
child
People
swinging on
watching.
swing.
I was going to say babysitting.
What?
Babysitting.
What do you mean?
Like if you just say like what it is, watching kids.
Oh.
It's great. Watching kids at night. Like, oh.
I'm taking out the
crazy.
trash at night.
Digging a
Nose for two.
hole. Moving a carpet.
Mm.
You caught moving
Suspicious.
carpet at night.
That's just moving the carpet.
Gardening.
These are all murder plots.
Essentially.
Offering somebody a ride,
Mm.
like on the highway.
Oh, okay.
That's always creepy. That's always murder. Like free trip to Murderville.
That's
Come
always
on.
teetering the line.
Offering someone a ride on the highway.
Gardening.
That was already said, Christopher.
Oh, I didn't hear it. Sorry.
It's like the same thing with the definition. Back to back. Back to back to back to back. What's that from?
Eminem.
No.
I don't know.
It's fine. Not that important.
Okay.
Any other ones?
Trying to think.
Hey, look at this.
Just saying, hey, look at this at night.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Well, I thought we can get more out of that, but I guess it's not that many actually.
Well, you put us on the spot.
It's true. It's
If we
true.
had more time to think about it, I feel like
I
we
feel
could.
like I could have gotten a lot more.
We'll probably text about it later.
Oh, taxidermy.
That is a good one.
Yeah. Listen,
Wax dipping.
I
think wax dipping in
Yeah.
general.
well, I deliver around town a lot at night. And before I was very nervous. But now I have nails that look like this. And I'm like, there are a lot of things I could do.
You do some damage, yeah, for sure.
Stabbo.
Being a butcher.
at night.
Like, you see somebody in a shop chopping up meat middle of the day, you're like, oh, he's cutting steak, or like, you
But
know.
at
Yeah.
night,
Piece
for
not
some
pork.
reason, it's great.
But at night, you're like, what is that, man?
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
I don't got nothing else.
All right.
I could think of more given more time, but I think that's enough.
All right. Well, guys, that wraps up our first episode back for season 5. Any final thoughts for this episode and for our topic of conversation, the 2015? Anything?
I know we just spent an hour and a half talking about it. However,
Your perception of time is wrong.
I still think that 10 years ago was 1990 something.
I do feel that in my bones, too. Yeah.
No, I don't feel that at all.
Well,
I
you're
feel
Your
like-
bones are aged.
I was gonna
I
say
feel
you're
like-
older than we are, so
My bones are aged. They're
10
Justin.
years ago for
weary.
you has to be like
Justin's like,
2005.
this is a skin of a killer, Bella.
He's got seasoned bones. Everything. He feels the weight of time.
I feel like January has been both 3 days long and 74 days
So
long
much.
at the exact same time.
Yeah.
That's how it is every
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
And then suddenly the year is gone and we're like, what the fuck?
Here's the thing. We could all be fasting right now, and we're not.
Oh, what a, hey, that was
Also,
a great
Let's
post.
talk about
Yeah.
how that's the best part of this year.
Yeah, how we're not fasting.
Hey,
Yeah,
I'm going to tell
10
you all
years ago,
now,
that could have been an option.
I never did. Not once. Never once. I was the worst. I never did it.
Any opportunity to like limit food groups was great.
Yeah.
So
All right, guys. Well, I think it's a good spot to end this episode. Guys, thank you all for joining us for a new season and for a new year, guys. We're really excited and really hope that you tune in for all the great conversations we're going to have with new people, some people that we're bringing back, and some conversations that are near and dear to our hearts. So thank you all again for listening to our podcast. Be sure to subscribe, like, share, and leave a 5-star rating on your favorite podcast platform. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook at Always More Pod. Chris, where can we find you?
I'm on Instagram as Captain_CT Ford and TikTok as Christopher.Lionheart, but I'll probably change those soon.
Harley?
I am on Instagram at WhatHarley, WUT Harley, and on TikTok while it's still around at harleybean.co.
Justin?
I am wherever I am on the internet as Justin is Theory.
No?
I'm on Instagram as the Kitchen Witch, the 2 E's.
Ooh. And then you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and everything else at Timothy Lichty. Thank you all again for listening and for being a part of the conversation. And remember, there's always more than this. Bye, everyone.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.